Hello, everyone. Welcome back. For those of you that don't know, my name is Lanisha Marie. I am a purpose empowerment coach, aka the Purpose Midwife. My goal is to help clients gain clarity, courage, and confidence to be who they were created to be and do the thing that they were created to do, thus giving birth to their individual purpose assignments. I'm also an HR consultant as well as your travel business bestie. And so I thought it would be good to create a video and kind of talk about how did I get into entrepreneurship, what made me start a business or multiple businesses for that sake, and just how did I get to where I am. And so a little bit about me, as I've already kind of discussed in some of my videos, is that I am an HR professional. I have been a corporate girly. I have done all of the things. I know I kind of look a little bit young sometimes, but I've worked in business, or I've had a career for over 17 years in various industries. I've worked in telecommunications. I've worked in manufacturing. I've worked in e-commerce. I've worked in pharmaceutical manufacturing. I've worked in nonprofit. I've worked in finance/banking, both on the mortgage side and the retail side. So I have a very diverse skill set, very diverse exposure that I've had in just growing my career. I went to college because, of course, that's what our parents told us to do. And, I got my bachelor's degree in HR. I got my master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology and certifications because I'm like, this is what we're supposed to do. But it wasn't until, like I said, I've now started to really follow my path, my passion, and my purpose. And it's kind of revealed all of these other things that I didn't even know was there. And so a couple of things. I have a couple of different businesses, but they all work together. I read a quote in a book that said, each business should funnel into another business in some capacity. And so first and foremost, my coaching space, that is what I am super passionate about. It's just helping clients, and their light bulb moments that I find, or that I call them, is when they really discover what they are passionate about and really start walking in that direction and making meaningful or intentional steps towards progress. And really working through whatever barriers, I call them destiny thieves. Those are the things that are designed to delay us or distract us from moving forward. But really working through the things that are designed to be a hinder or a barrier to us, and really overcoming them to continue moving forward, because small steps equal progress. And so I really, truly enjoy that. But coaching was never, ever what I thought I wanted to do. Like, it was never even on my radar. And I didn't find out until I've started to pursue the profession, is that I found out I was coaching before I even really started coaching, before I was even official. It was just something that I just enjoyed doing. I would find myself meeting with people on weekends. My weekends would be filled with, from breakfast, lunch, phone calls, conversations of me talking to individuals and doing what I do now. And I was doing it for free. And it wasn't until my mom actually told me, she's like, do you know people actually coach for real? And it's like their business, it's what they do. And I'm like, no, I had no idea, because it was nothing. I did not get into coaching for monetary gains. I know some people that have, but for me, it was just birthed out of what I was already doing. And it's what was lighting my fire, as I like to call it. And so that is what moved me into coaching. Like, I was doing group coaching. I was doing group sessions. I started my 40 Days of Focus program, and people started to join. And it was just really birthed out of me and my own frustration because I knew I needed to do something that I wasn't doing. And then that's when God downloaded my 40 days of focus and my 4Ds of destiny framework that really helps individuals get and stay on track. And so I'm like, man, this is like really something. There's something here. And so I said, let me go ahead and get certified so that I actually know what I'm doing and I'm not just out here willy-nilly. But as you know, coaching is an unregulated industry. For anybody that's interested in coaching, coaching is an unregulated industry. But I personally wanted to make sure that I learned from people that had already been in the business. I wanted to make sure that I had that certification and continuing to work towards credentialing so that I can say, like, I've been doing this. It's something that I've been doing, but just to kind of have that. And of course, that's just my own personal thing. Some people don't do it. Some people don't get it, that certification or work towards credentialing. But that was just something that I personally wanted to do. And so that's what I did. And so I got my certification and then really started to create an actual program, because it's like I was still seeing people get results without all of the bells and whistles. But like I said, if I want to take this seriously, then there's a level of seriousness that you need to bring to the table. You can't just show up and then just be out here just with like I love the words willy-nilly. I don't know why, but you can't just show up. If you want to be taken serious, then you have to take it serious. And so that's what I have and continue to do. I continue to evolve, continue to grow in the coaching space, but it's definitely what I enjoy doing 100%. And then it's actually through my coaching, and as that has continued to evolve, that I'm like, I really want to offer retreats. I really want to offer group travel, group trips, because first and foremost, I love to travel. In my career, I didn't mention it in the beginning, but I used to be a flight attendant a couple years ago. Actually, not a couple. It was like more than like 10 years ago. But I used to be a flight attendant. And so getting the opportunity to kind of see different places really, really intrigued me. And it was funny because when I became a flight attendant, I was terrified to fly. So when you talk about taking risks, when you talk about getting and overcoming your fears and working through those barriers, like I did it and I didn't even know what I was doing. Like literally I had took a flight 3 months before, and I'm always going to remember this. I took a flight 3 months before I became a flight attendant, before the thought of being a flight attendant even came. And I was terrified. And I remember the person that was sitting next to me on the plane was just staring at me because we're doing takeoff. It was during takeoff. My legs were like straight out. Like I was stiff as a board, like, And I turned and I looked at the person that was sitting next to me. He was just looking at me like, are you okay? And no, your girl wasn't. She was not okay. And so, but literally like less than 30 days after that experience, I applied to be a flight attendant out of a conversation I was having with someone else that was interested in it. And at that point in time, I'm like, man, I've been in customer service. I've worked in various capacities, helping internal and external customers, but I don't want to be in a cube. I don't want to be taking phone calls and things of that nature. So how can I take my skill set? How can I take what I've learned over the course of these years and apply it differently? And I'm like, flight attendant is definitely still customer service, but you're going different places. And yes, you're in an airplane for hours. And compensation is something serious. Like I can do a whole different video about being a flight attendant, but I was like, this is a different way to use my skills and talents. And that's the thing when it comes to really finding what you enjoy and what really lights your fire, is really taking inventory of what your skill sets are, what you enjoy doing, and finding different ways to make it happen. And so that's how I became a flight attendant. But I love that experience. And to this day, I love to travel. I am the type of traveler. I do not, even though I will go to Mexico, I'll go to Jamaica, I'll go to those places, I find joy in going to places that people don't often travel. Or at least people in my circle, people that I see posting. Of course, everybody travels everywhere, but I'm just saying, like in my realm of influence, and things of that nature, I enjoy going to places that people don't normally go. And so I've gone to Aruba, I've been to Grenada, I'm currently working on Honduras. I definitely am going to get there. And if I get there by my birthday, great. That's only a couple months away. But I just enjoy finding different locations and spots, like in hidden gems. I'm very much a hidden gem person, even when it comes to eating, which I love to do as well. I just like hidden gems and being able to introduce people to new things and new experiences. And so that's what I enjoy. So I wanted to incorporate travel into my coaching business because I love to travel. And so that is kind of how F.L.Y Travel Group was birthed, which stands for Fulfilling Living Year Round, because it's a lifestyle. But that's how that was birthed. And it was with the intention of me, not only me wanting to travel, earn, and save, but I'm like, I can use this because my goal is I want to be able to create retreats and group trips. And it's called Goals Around the Globe. And I want to be able to just create experiences for individuals to come where we can reset, because that's how I envision. I love to travel because travel is where I reset. Travel is where I get refocused, re-energized, and I come back ready to hit the ground running, ready for the grind. Because when I'm not traveling, I'm working and I'm working hard. But when I'm traveling, I am off, but I'm still saying, okay, God, I'm seeking new, fresh ideas, new strategies. And so it's just that reset and that refocus time that I just love and enjoy. And I want to create that experience for other individuals as well. And so that's why I call it Goals Around the Globe, because even though we're going to be seeing the world and we're, whether it's domestic or internationally, there's still going to be, what are we doing? What are we working on? What are we working towards? And what do we need to take back with us when we go back to our homes or to our daily lives? What do we need to take, and what can we take back with us? And so I want to bring that experience, and I'm so super excited because that's going to be launching either towards the end of this year or really 2024 is when I'll really start launching that side of the business. But that was my goal in getting into the travel business, and I already love to fly, and I'm like, I want to go back, but I don't want to be a flight attendant necessarily. And so I'm really excited. And so I say all that to say, how did I get in business? Business got to me because it was nothing that I ever sought. It was nothing that I ever necessarily aspired to be my own, CEO. I thought I was going to work my way up on the corporate ladder, work my way up to HR director, XYZ plus. But then it's like, as I started to pursue what I was created to do, as I started to pursue my passion, that's when all these other things unfolded. That's when all these other things unlocked. But it didn't happen until I started. It didn't happen until I started moving in that direction. And so I want and hope to encourage someone today is just take a step. If you have something that you're passionate about, if you have an interest that you want to do, it is more than just going to a job and being unfulfilled, but pursue your passion, pursue your hobbies, pursue the things that light your fire, because they can be a whirlwind and they can lead you places that you would have never imagined, but will be so very fulfilling because you're being your true, authentic self, and life will just continue to unfold. And it's just, I love it here. And that's why I call it that. And that's why I say it's time to fly. That's fulfilling living year round. It's a lifestyle. It's thriving in every area of life, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, in your career and business, thriving in every area of life, pouring into yourself so that you can pour into other individuals and impact your realms of influence in a positive way. We were all placed in this generation for a reason, to do something great, and to deposit something that this world and generation needs. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to go ahead, like, subscribe, do all the things, comment, continue this conversation. I want to know, have you ever considered being in business? Have you not considered being in business? But most importantly, are you pursuing your passion? Are you pursuing the things that light you up each and every day? So go ahead, like, subscribe, comment. My goal and my intention is to drop a new video every single Monday, where we can continue the conversation and really start diving into what does it mean to fly? So I'll see you next.